Named for the legendary coach and co-founder of the Bengals, here's a good look at Paul Brown Stadium on the riverfront in Cincinnati. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Baltimore Ravens and the Cincinnati Bengals. This is taken at the 3. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Let's go. At their own 22-yard line.
First carry now for Justice Hill. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Jackson. They complete it to Hill. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 10 yards there, good enough for a Raven first down.
Nice little nifty play for him there. Yeah, that's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backs out of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got everybody oh, he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice first down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? And they were able to do that there. Nice pickup on first down. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. They'll go with Hill here on first down. And an alley to run. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. That one good for 13 and a Raven first down. That opening drive rhythm continues right into play number 3.
Whatever they decided that they wanted to run before the game, it's working pretty well for them right now. Moving the ball downfield at a nice rate. And guess what? I think the chain crew might have to get a little oxygen over there. They have to keep moving downfield with first downs on each play.
They stick on the ground on first down with Hill. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. 16 yards on that one at a Raven first. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
Being chased out left. He'll try and run it. He'll get 10 there all on his own, but it'll be second down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
On second down, Hill. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. 4 yards on the play. That's going to lead to first and goal. They've taken this opening kickoff and marched it right down the field defensively. Not much resistance.
And that's the point, because my admiration is for the guys moving the ball right now. They know what they're doing. Their plan is working. But I flip it over and watch and say, okay, what are you going to do to change things up? Because if you don't, they're going to put that ball in the end zone real soon.
And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
There is no doubt that Geno Atkins is really strong and stout at the point of attack, but I love his suddenness, the ability to make plays, to be in one spot, and then he's gone. And into the offensive backfield, he's a heck of a player.
Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10.
Second goal, last thing you need to do is get pushed backwards to take a sack, but he couldn't find anywhere to go with the football, had to eat it, and ended up on the ground.
They need to reverse the trend. The last 2 plays have gone backwards. Now it's third and goal. From the gun, it's Jackson. Buying time to his left. And he's going to be taken down right at the line. So no sack. He gets back to the line of scrimmage, but it'll still bring up a 4th down.
Well, there was pressure all around him, so the only play was to try and get out of there. I think it was an excellent effort by him just to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Well, all offseason, probably a lot of thought goes into that first drive of week 1. They didn't get the touchdown, but at least they got something.
And what I like about it is that they didn't overthink it, because you're exactly right. A lot goes into the offseason, the preseason to get to that first drive of the regular season. They went right downfield, mission accomplished, points on the board.
Go now. 10 Lobo.
Watch the run. Watch the run. It's South, baby. That's baby South.
Shoot.
The former second-round pick, this is Joe Mixon. And he gets this one just shy of the 40 to mark him down at the 39. They'll get 14 on that one. Good for a Bengal first down.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now Mixon. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
That's the receivers help spread the defense out, and they were able to come through with a slashing run.
But to that point, it's going to be interesting to see the personnel chess match as this one progresses.
Yeah, you're exactly right. Can they continue to create running lanes out of passing sets? And if so, it's going to be a long day for the defense.
He's checking. Crash. Showing it.
On 2nd down, here's Mixon. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. That one, a 1st down pickup of 8. You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation? We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
Set the tone, defense. Set the tone.
Throwing on 1st down. Woody got a man open. It's Ross. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Ready?
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6.
I'm coming after you. You go tight. You got tight. Switch.
And he'll get inside the 40 to maybe the 38-yard line. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's 3rd down.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing him further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3.
Slam. Check.
Topper. Hey, Echo. Ready.
Operating from the gun. Woody. And a throw there going to be incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. On now, Kaiser, the punter, sending it away. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds. Could not have thrown that out there any better. When the ball hit the ground, I thought it might go into the end zone the way it was angling, but perfectly jutting out at the 1.
You think maybe what we saw in practice came into play there? You know, he put those big cans down on the sideline and angled for them and shot for them. Looks like it worked out pretty well for him, too.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They finished off their opening drive of the campaign with a field goal on the last drive. Now they'll search for a touchdown here on this go-around. 1st and 10. Looks like he's going to get a couple here on this first down carry, and that'll make it 2nd and 8. A minimal gain as we tick down inside of a minute remaining in the opening quarter. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Now Jackson back into his end zone. He's going deep for Brown. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So the contact came before the ball got there, and the flag is thrown.
Timing is everything, isn't it? And it's so hard to cover these great receivers. They have such great body control, and they can fake you out. In this case, as you described, got there before the ball got to the receiver. Penalty flag had to come out.
Following the penalty, it's Hill. And no room to maneuver there. Give him a yard up to the 47. Give him maybe a yard. Quite the opposite from the previous big gainer.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Now this will probably be the last play of the quarter. Three 0 after one on EA Sports. On 2nd and 9, Jackson. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Malcolm Jenkins. And they will set up shop at their own 41-yard line.
And you can't say enough about our man making the interception right there, Brandon. It's his 12th year in the league, and you told me before the game that he still got it, and he does. What a play that was to come away with the football.
On first down, Woody. They'll set up the screen here to Mixon. They'll get 4 there out of the screen, and it's 2nd down.
In order for a screen pass to break big, a lot of things have to come together and be well executed, but all it takes is one small thing to go wrong and keep it from being a big gain.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6.
Watch the shift. Watch the shift.
Out of the shotgun, they run with Mixon. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down. His first carry of their second drive, pretty solid. And, of course, remember back to their first drive, really strong throughout that one.
Not only is he getting good blocking up front, but how about his vision to find the holes? And he's seeing things before they even open and hurdling through them.
Ready. Hey, orbit.
You think you gonna get this? Hey, 40's Mike, right there. 40's Mike. Here we go. Check. 40's Mike, 40's the Mike. I got you.
Five.
On 1st and 10, Woody. All that, and it only nets him a yard. It's 2nd down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9.
Hey, zoom.
2nd and 9 now. That'll be taken in there by Miles Boykin. 12 yards that time, and a Cincinnati first down.
A gain of 12 yards. That's good for a Bengals first down. 1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Ready, set.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
80 weapons. Hey, wahoo!
Mike's 40, Max 40. It's coming this way.
Big rip.
From the gun, Woody. There goes a deep ball, end zone, and that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's second down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Double up, double up. He's coming, double up.
Shoot.
Throwing again. Woody, he'll let this go for the end zone. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. When the rookie QB gets his first touchdown pass, that's one you put in the trophy case. First career interception, that's going to be one he wants to forget.
Yeah, and he's not going to go ask for the football, right? No. Yeah, you can keep that one. The key for him, what does he learn from it? When he watches the tape, does he have an answer right now where he already understands what mistake he made? That's what the coaches are going to want to know, and that's what they'll grill him on and see how he grows from it.
It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4.
Watch the run. Watch the run. Watch the run.
On 2nd down, it's Hill. Only a couple there as he'll be brought down about the 28.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. He can run for it, and he will. And he's going to have the first down yardage to the 35. A solid gain of 7 yards that time on the keeper and a first down. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
This time Jackson will throw it. Short throw underneath to Hurst. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7.
Tighten down. There you go.
Throwing is Jackson. They go screen. This is Ingram. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. The last completion actually lost a yard, so now they'll need to convert on 3rd down.
And 58 is the mic. Well, 58 is the mic. Get the ball. 58 is the mic. 58.
Jackson from the shotgun. He's got his man, Boyd. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. 30 yards there. And, of course, the first down as well.
First down, Ravens.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30.
We got 4.
To throw again is Jackson. Catch is made by Marquise Brown. A gain of 6 there on first. Well, this is how you shake the thoughts of that interception on the last drive. You come out and start this one 4 for 4.
And watching him throw it around with that type of confidence reminds me of a guy I played with way back when who told me, I don't care if I throw 10 interceptions in a row. I'm going to stay confident, keep flinging it. I just figured there's something wrong with the football.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Out of the gun, they give to Ingram. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
35, 35, watch 35. Watch tight end, watch tight end. Tight right, tight right. 6,
Second quarter, 2 minutes remain. 3-0 our score. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. They'll get this out wide to Boyd. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
At the Bengals 16-yard line.
Down, 6 yards. Check, 42's the mark. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
On 2nd and 9, Jackson. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9.
58's the mark. 58's the mark.
From the gun, Jackson. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown.
Let's go, let's go.
A 16-yard touchdown as they have taken the lead. Boy, it's nice to have that big, reliable target you can go to.
Each and every time. A lot of people see that position as a fallback. Throw it to them when all else fails. Not at all. This guy can make plays, and that's exactly what he just did.
Yeah, play here for a touchdown. Jackson will keep it, and he will take it in for a Ravens touchdown. Lamar Jackson keeping it himself from a yard out as the Ravens push further out in front. Tucker with the extra point, and the lead grows to 10-0. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This is taken at his 4. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line.
At their own 27-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
Give them 17 at a Cincinnati first down. Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. From the gun, Dalton looks to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half.
At the 46-yard line.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down.
It's going to be a long day, offense. It's going to be a long day.
Hey, box drop, box drop.
Here's 2nd and 8. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 42. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Back to throw. Woody. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Tavon Young. Second interception for him now here in this first half. And you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on, his teammates going to check on it, because when you haven't done it before, it's not something that's part of you. You got to see how you're going to react. Let's see how he bounces back.
Yeah, because 2 interceptions for him in college and a half. I mean, that just didn't happen. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. They'll keep it on the ground again here. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, we'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, are they upset that the plays weren't working because of execution? Or did they think they were just bad plays to call?
Yeah.
We'll find out pretty quickly here if they feel like they had something going, but they just need to do it a little bit better or not.
We'll find out. One play has them up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
Hey, defense, let's go. Mike 40. Let's go.
Ready?
Operating from the gun. Woody going deep downfield for Ross. Man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. And he takes it all the way down to the 3. A big play there for Cincinnati. 55 yards.
1st and goal at the 3-yard line.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game.
Check 26, check 20.
Pilot, 64, weak.
Tighten up. Check the hot read.
Here's a run with Mixon, and he takes it into the end zone. Touchdown, Bengals. A 3-yard touchdown run, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Nice job of polishing off that drive, but all the credit there goes to that play prior.
Yeah, it certainly does, because after that big play, I think resistance almost felt futile at that point, didn't it? And the very next play, they come right back, quick, fast, and in a hurry, and put it in the end zone.
This is taken at the 3. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. They go play action here on 1st down. He's going deep for Brown. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in.
Well, I guess we just discovered that someone is certainly not going to sit back and just take it in this game, huh?
No, they were trying to get that touchdown back in one shot.
One shot, trying to help out his defense and let the other team know they were coming after him.
From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. On the toss, here's Hill. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 23 yards the pickup there.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
Ready? Get ready. Strip the ball. Strip that ball.
Now Jackson on first down. This will be caught by Brown. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. The Ravens get a new set of downs, give them 17 on that pickup.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you can get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
Now a first down carry. It's Hill. And he'll get 3 down to the 34-yard line.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
Going again on the ground here with Hill. Down to the 30 after a gain of 3.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
A nickel look now for the Bengals as they try to stop them here on third down. Jackson down. From the gun, he'll throw. He's got his man. It's Andrews. And he gets the first down here as he's taken down at the 24. That good for 6 as they keep this drive right on rolling.
On the double. Go 50 extra money. Come on, come on.
Jackson fakes the give and keeps it. Jackson going to get this out to Brown. They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6 at the 20-yard line.
Got it. 42. Line 42. Hey, watch the screen. Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Switch, switch, switch.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Jackson. Got a man. It's caught for a Ravens touchdown. Mark Andrews there to make the grab as the Ravens push further out in front. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Bengals drive about to get going. They did what they had to do to start this third quarter. Went down, got the touchdown to cut the lead, but the matching touchdown a moment ago, and we're right back where we started at halftime.
Yeah, you're exactly right, partner. They had a little bounce in their step after scoring that first touchdown, but the defense gave one up, and that's the problem right now. Can they get better play from their defense while they continue to score on offense?
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
I'm coming.
You draw corporate.
Shoot. Kill. Hey, turn it out.
Fight.
Looking to throw. Woody. And that one falls incomplete. Try to dump it underneath. Now 2nd down.
Incomplete.
I know that interception was dropped, and it would have been their third of the game, and I will guarantee you, in the huddle, on the bench, all the defensive guys have been talking about is, we've got this guy right where we want him. Who's going to get the next one? It almost becomes a challenge, and they've missed a golden opportunity.
They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Credit the secondary and credit the defensive game plan. They've been in his hip pocket all game long. They understood coming in that he was a big-time receiver.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. Looking for Shepard deep. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off at the 33. And they're going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
Brings up 2nd and 8 at the 34-yard line.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Let's go. Let's bring it. Let's bring it.
And once again, Hill, he's been busy. They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time.
Back-to-back runs, I'd say that encompassed maximum effort for minimal gain.
Minimal yardage, and now they're going to need something more than minimal on this play coming up. And a nickel look here for the Bengals as they try to defend this on 3rd. Now Jackson operating from the gun. Forced out to it, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. What, he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And this one hits at the 1, continues on into the end zone for a touchback.
On the ready.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Under a minute to go in this 3rd quarter as they come up 1st and 10. Back to throw. Woody, he's going to loft one deep left side here. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man on man, and you got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. A gain of 19 and picking up the 1st.
One of the selling points of the corner route is usually the receiver is able to move away from the defender. But in this case, he didn't get that far away.
This quarterback now perfect since the 2nd half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Woody, he'll take a shot for the end zone. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
For John Ross, incomplete. Marlon Humphrey on the coverage.
So after the incompletion on first, now second and 10. To throw again. Woody. And that would not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time has now run out on this third quarter of play. Back now in Cincinnati. It's the Bengals. They've got the football, but they trail here as we get rolling in quarter number 4. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
Double dog, that's the way. 40's Mike, 40's the Mike.
From the gun, Woody. And unable to connect, incomplete. Give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball. Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
On 2nd and 11 now. Jackson. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. It's Chris Harris with a pick. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 for a Bengals TD. Well, don't change that channel just yet. This one may have gotten a bit more interesting.
Put down the remote, put down the clicker. This one looked like it was over. It looked like they were ready to seal the deal. But in doing so, by pitching it around a little bit, it cost them. We could have a great finish.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Back to the air, Jackson following the pick 6. He completes it to Boyd. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. The catch and run pays off to the tune of 35 yards. Just week 1, but already plenty of intrigue with the games going on, and this one no different as we come up on a 1st and 10. Now Hill. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Watch a slant, watch a slant, watch a slant.
He'll get 5 out of the keeper, but now it's 3rd down. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Now this time he'll look to throw. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete.
So this is what happens when you throw interceptions. That confident veneer that you have gets chipped away a little bit. Maybe a little bit gun-shy throwing it around.
Yeah, underthrowing him there, and you're right. Those interceptions may be in the back of his mind. Here's Jordan Berry now, as he'll kick it away for the second time. Oh, and what a play on special teams here. This is going to be down inside the 5, all the way down at the 2-yard line.
And he's got to be fired up about that effort. I don't think he could have walked down and placed it any better than where he ended up putting the football. That was excellent.
The Bengals drive about to get going. They're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
They'll try to get forward, but he's going to be stopped in his tracks at about the 3.
Really shouldn't be a surprise. It's going to be hard to move people in this situation. You know they're going to bring the pressure defensively. Because I remember playing in these spots, and my coaches always say, don't be afraid to try and create a safety, too. They're going to bring pressure.
Again, it's Mixon. Well, that gives them a little room, but not much. A gain of 2 to the 5.
Whenever we talk about the best strong safeties, one word constantly comes up, and that's instincts. Being able to diagnose run or pass and make the appropriate moves.
He crashed down hard there. He was ready for that running play. And the Bengals on 3rd down. 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 7.
Check. 40's Mike. 40's the Mike. 40's the Mike. Check tight. Check tight. Check tight. Oh, hey, we're going Mike 40. Mike 40.
Operating from the gun. Woody. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
Trying to erase that deficit all at once. One big shot. He took it. Unfortunately for him, incomplete.
And he's able to get it out of there, and this is a pretty good kick. Pulled in at the 24. An excellent return that time, 26 yards. And the Ravens set up well to begin their drive as it'll begin in enemy territory already. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch.
Check 3. Kill.
On 1st down, it's Hill. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. To throw is Jackson. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. 23 yards the pickup there. This is something you got to be wary of defensively. I mean, just because they're in the mode of trying to burn some clock doesn't mean they won't pass it, and they got good yardage out of that one.
Yeah, and really, when you're looking at it, now they've got a fresh set of downs. Look for 2nd down. If they want to take another shot and try and loosen things up, that'd be the time to do it.
And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. They stay on the ground. This time it's Hill. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on second down. Stepping up, he'll try and run. And, he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a first down. Boy, tight game like this, fourth quarter, personal foul penalties, a no-no.
Yeah, we know the emotions are running high. The tensions are the same. Who can control them best could ultimately win it.
Here's Hill one more time. And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3.
This is where coaches have to have spent a lot of time going over situations with their players, because him getting tackled there is not the worst thing in the world. You're going to run more plays, right? Clock's going to go. But his thought process is getting into the end zone. It's counterintuitive for him to actually go down in this spot.
Yeah, but like you say, you don't want to get in the end zone too early here.
No, not at all, because you may leave an opening that could come back and get you.
So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. They've got it 2nd and goal now as they look for that final dagger. And now he'll tuck it and run. And he'll keep working toward that end zone as he's down to about the 2-yard line. Only a yard there on the keeper, and that's going to leave him with a 3rd down. This Bengal defense, they passed the first 2 tests. Now it's 3rd and goal.
Check nickel, nickel, nickel.
They turn to the fullback, Gillespie. What a stand so far defensively, and now that's going to bring up a 4th and goal.
No gain on the play. It's 4th and goal at the 2-yard line.
Here we go, a big play and a tight game late. They're going on 4th and goal.
Hey, check right, check right. Watch 55. Blue down, blue down. What? Go. Mark 55, Mark 55.
Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they stop it prior to what will be an important 4th down. So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. From the left hash, he'll have to cut this at a tight angle. Tucker's kick is good. And they stretch the lead to 6. It's 20-14 now. So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now, because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
On a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down.
Let's go.
Their own 29-yard line.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. They're down here in a 1-score game, but the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
Well, they have the opportunity now. Here's the execution. He's back to throw.
Partner, they're clearly saving those timeouts, but they still have to work with some urgency to put themselves in the right position.
And he's unable to grab it. Thought he might have had position, couldn't hold on, 3rd down. They had the incomplete pass on 2nd down. Now they need a big play here, 3rd and 10.
Hey, Orbit.
Back to throw. The pass complete. It's Bird. It's a Bengal first down, a pickup of 11. That's what they need right now. Get the first down, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
Just playing smart football, understanding the situation, making the plays necessary, and making sure that clock stops at every opportunity.
Hey, Zoo.
40, Mike 40. Danny.
Go.
Mike's 40. Mike's 40. Hey, pick it up, defense. Let's go. Let's go.
Hey, Wahoo.
40, Mike 40.
Let's go.
He'll look to throw. Looking left sideline, incomplete. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
It makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
All day, every day, any day. Mike 96, Mike 96. Hey, we heavy on the edges, heavy on the edges.
Hey, exit.
Hey, 96 is coming.
Get it.
They'll look to throw. And this is caught. A spectacular one-handed grab there. 12 yards that time and a Cincinnati first down.
What a catch, and one-handed, and I'm starting to lose my awe about the play, and maybe I shouldn't. How much of this is the player? How much of it is the glove?
Well, those gloves, they do have a little grip to them,
They
don't
got a
they?
little extra tackiness to them now, and I know the guys in the NFL, the competition committee, some other places, they're talking about examining those gloves to see if they're having too much of an effect on the game.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Hey, high 7.
Hey, 96 is coming. We got Mike 96. Hey, watch that. Hey, watch the ball.
No, go.
65, 65.
Go.
6 is coming. We got Mike 96.
Ready?
Back to throw. And he can't hang on to it. That would have sealed it. Instead, second down. Nearly an interception. If that one's picked off, it's over. So a new lease on life, so to speak.
A lot of times when you're in coverage, you're so focused on the man and the coverage that sometimes the ball, if it arrives, it surprises you. That may have happened to him in that situation.
We got Mike 96. I'm coming after you. Mike 96. Yeah, that's what I do.
Back to the air on second down. Woody. He gets this in the hands of Mixon. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. Now the Bengals going to signal for their third and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in the football game. They come up on a 1st and goal and most likely 4-down territory as they need a touchdown and the PAT for the lead.
Check my corner. You better be afraid of me. You better.
Back to throw. Woody. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Leads to 2nd and goal from the 10-yard line.
They'll go again here from the 10-yard line on 2nd and goal.
I'm coming for you. You mine. 40's Mike. Watch the pass. Hey, 40's Mike right there. 40's Mike.
Smooth.
Check. 40's Mike.
5.
Throwing again. Woody. And this is caught. Touchdown. And now they're an extra point away from winning this thing in the final seconds.
Well, that's the one they had to have. Put them in a position where they're tied up, but I got to get out of the way. We still got an extra point that's pretty crucial.
That's right, just one more element to complete the victory. Extra point right down the middle, and they have taken the lead here in this 4th quarter. Brown now to kick it away after the touchdown. Very short kick. This will be taken by one of the up men.
Keep playing hard.
Today's final score, Bengals 21, Ravens 20.